Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 13th of April 2020. Welcome to video number 108. Today I want to talk about how House of Cards can help you to build a stronghold or be a stronghold. It might be a fun and tricky subject, but I just watched an amazing video about a guy who is spent his life basically on building on House of Cards, and his name is Brian Berg, and I will link the video about him that Wired recorded, and I want you to watch it for yourself because it's really amazing video. And I just want to talk about a few things that this video is showing, because it's very interesting to see that in context of what I'm going to talk about. First of all, this guy started to build, like buildings or some structures out of cards, when he was a child, and he will tell this whole story. But then it's interesting that I was watching this video, and then when I heard that he basically, when he's not building something to beat another Guinness World Record many times that he put there in the first place, he is building something for some companies that pay him a lot of money to basically build some structure from cards for some exhibitions or something. And I thought to myself, this is mind-blowing that someone was able to build his career based on something like this. Like building structures out of cards is like, is there even a name for this? And it's fascinating to see. And when he's talking about his story, he says a few amazing things about, because he is an architect, one of the Harvards or something like this. He said that he is building this whole thing, and he is kind of looking at it from this perspective. And he was able to, based on what he knows and what he was fascinated with, find like different techniques to build this whole thing. And that's how it all works. And then he said that it's amazing because many people like to see when he destroys this whole thing, because he says, I built it, I cannot take it home, and so it has to be destroyed. So he says that he loves to destroy it, first of all because people loves to see people, things crumble and being destroyed. But then he says that every time he destroys it, it allows him to test his own creation, to see is it stable or not, and what conclusions he can drive from this, because it helps him to build another structure based on his experience that it's much stronger. And one of the amazing things he says at the end is that he has so much experience with building then destroying, building then destroying, building then destroying. Not only that, it gives him more confidence to build another structure and even take more risks. But then he says, when I put one of the finishing cards on this whole building, I'm not afraid it's going to fall. I'm completely sure that it will stand, because I know how it's built, and I know by experience that it's going to hold. And that was mind-blowing for me to see and hear the person who spent so many years building the things from cards, build a whole career around it, and then be fascinated and obsessed with it. And you may say, okay, but how is that connected to manhood and anything that we're talking about here? You see, many times we are afraid to be ourselves. And this is exactly what I want to talk about today. Because maybe the things that you're interested in seem crazy, seem like waste of time, and then you look at the video of someone like this and you say, it's hard to compare. Because if I would say my wife or say to my friends that I want to build a career out of building structures out of cards, they will say that you're insane. This guy did it. And look at what happens in TV, what happens in world. You'll find so many people who are able to build their whole careers around things that last for 5 minutes. The best examples, with all the respect, the people who win Olympics or being masters of their craft, and they stand on the podium for a few minutes and then they just go towards history. Their name stays there, but it's like every year or every 2 years, or how often those things happen, there's someone new that's going to stand on this podium, but they train whole life. It's like amazing thing that someone has kind of capacity to train this whole life to get on to be the best in something and have glory for a few minutes, and then the trophy is there in their house, but it's not on a display for the whole world. But I don't want to digress. But the whole idea is that first thing that you need to learn about yourself, it's what do you really want? What is the thing that you're really interested in? And you really want to narrow the thing. That what do you really want to do? It might sound crazy for someone else, but you've got to understand that the only place that you'll be in the zone is with the thing that you want to do, that you love to do. Like this guy, building house, structures out of cards. So many people say, that'd be insane. But this guy has built a whole career around it. It's completely doable, but you have to be in the zone. Second thing that you want to learn from all of this is that, which is fascinating for me, that even if the thing that you want to do seems crazy or stupid or useless, try to listen to this guy when you're going to watch this video and see how much passion he has for this thing. And you're going to see that with many things. Someone who's going to do something that sounds crazy, but when you ask him or her, why do you do this? They'll tell this whole like beautiful mind kind of story about how they can see that the structure and the way it was built, it can hold its ground. And even though you think that house of cards it should not last long because you can just blow some air on it and it's gonna fall apart, and then this guy is gonna say, nah, it's not so simple, because if you build it right, you can take a wind blower and it's gonna take you some time to destroy this whole thing. And that's fascinating, that if you are able to see what's behind what you want to do, not only the thing that you want to do, but what is fascinating, what fascinates you with this, that's many times much more interesting, much more involving and intriguing for you and for other people than the thing that you're doing. Because the whole background shows how deep it goes, how much is important to you, how much it enables you to see world in a different color, in a different shape and form. So that's why don't only know what you want, but know why you want it, why you're fascinated, why you're passionate about it, because that may change the whole story. And that's why when you in the zone doing your own thing and you go deep with understanding, passion built on it, people will follow, people will be fascinated with you. And the third thing that you want to, or supposed to understand from all of this, is that if this is the place or this is the thing that you're going to do and then you're going to be in the zone, and that's the only thing, why would you fake something else? There's so many people and so many situations I can see that we try to play it someone else. We try to sell some different version of ourselves just because we think it's gonna be easier to sell, it's gonna be easier to be interesting, it's gonna be easier to do this or that. But is it? Look, if you're gonna fake that you're someone else, you're never gonna be passionate about as being someone that is doing supposedly completely stupid thing, but being passionate about. You see, so that's why I want you to understand that this is like the best thing you can do for yourself. Because if you start to do what you want to do and stop being afraid to talk about it, because you're gonna go deep and understand what is the reason you want it, then when you say not only what you do but why you do it, that's gonna be the selling point. That's gonna be this sales speech that for many people are gonna sell it, and they're gonna want to listen to you. But if you're around people who don't understand who you want to be, and they don't, they're gonna laugh at you anyway, just change the group of people. Sorry, my friend, but there's no chance, because every intelligent person that I know, every intelligent person that I met, or especially creative people, they will never laugh at your idea. They will always ask you why you're doing this. And if you got enough passion and enough why behind it, they will support you even though they don't understand it, even though maybe they think that it's a completely stupid idea. But because you have passion for it, they will support you. out of her intelligence, out of their understand what creativity means, and out of them just being supportive. So if you've got people who know why you do those things, but they don't want, they're just gonna laugh at you, just leave them be, because probably they will not support you no matter what you're gonna do. So that's why know what you want, really narrow it down, get into the zone by understanding why you really want it. Where there's the passion for this particular thing in you. And 3, stop faking. Go full on towards the thing that you're interested in, because that's the only thing it's gonna light up this passion for you. Listen, this is what I want you to take from this video. The only game in town worth playing is game of playing yourself. That's the only thing you're going to be passionate about, and that's the only thing you're going to want to go and play for long years of your life. So stop lying to yourself, stop lying to others. Just get in the zone and just enjoy being yourself. That's the only thing worth playing. If you like this video, comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Contact me, DM me. And if you want me to record about something else, maybe something that you're struggling with and you want some, shedding of the light from my point of view, I'll be glad to do it. Just give me a shout. And that being said, see you tomorrow.